Hi yogis and welcome. I am joining you from Santa Fe, New Mexico, so welcome to my cute little Airbnb. I'm excited to flow with you on the mat today. We're going to be working a little bit of core and stability on our forearms. So you'll find some forearm plank, dolphin pose, things of that nature. So one thing I want to cue you into is these creases in our elbows. I call them the eyelids of the elbows. So when we are hands down and wrapping the forearms in so that the eyelids of the elbows go forward, that's kind of what I'm talking about. That way, when the eyelids are facing forward, our elbows have to bend backwards instead of out, right, and left to 45 degrees. So hugging the forearms in, right, knitting them together, really active through the arms, and then that way the elbows can drop back. So let's meet on the mat. Grab blocks, a strap, water, a towel, anything you might need. I'm just using my body today, and we'll meet in Child's Pose. Spread your knees nice and wide, big toes together to touch at the back of the mat. Walk your hands forward and melt your heart and your forehead down towards the floor. I always find a very gentle sway side to side for a moment just to get my hips settled right. So if that feels good for you, allow yourself to do the same. And then find a practice of stillness as you pull breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Just allow yourself that space to become aware of your body. Anything that's on your mind or weighing heavy on the heart. Become aware of it, notice it. I say this all the time, but yoga is our practice of taking notice of ourselves. So notice yourself here. One more big breath. Lift your gaze towards your hands, forehead lifting up off the floor. Come up onto the tips of your fingers, so the palms lift, and then just begin to kind of shimmy your shoulders side to side. Finding space through the lateral muscles and the shoulders. And palms can go down, slide forward, puppy pose. Sit bones stay high, chest melts down, forehead or chin to the mat. Breathing deep into the backs of your shoulders here. I was on a group call this morning. We were talking about obstacles in our life, obstacles in our practices, and how sometimes obstacles feel as if they're obstructing our path. And our group leader invited us to think of the obstacle as the path. Lift your chin up. Palms pressing into the floor so the forearms lift, slide forward, lay the thighs and the hip bones down into this nice big seal pose, as I call it. Relax the shoulder blades away from the ears, drop the chin to chest and open the jaw. Just getting the back of the neck lengthened. And so often I think of things getting in my way. Right? Life happening to me. Why is this happening to me? And shifting that mindset into things happening for me. Right? Letting the obstacle become the path. Hug your forearms in so the eyelids of your elbows start to face forward, and lower down to the forearms simultaneously, Sphinx Pose. We'll be working with that often, lifting and lowering the forearms at the same time. So let's try it again. Spread your fingertips wide, press into the palms, forearms lift. Exhale, forearms lower. You'll feel your triceps begin to heat up a little bit. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale. And exhale, squeezing in on the forearms and triceps. Bring your toes closer together. Tuck them under, forearm plank. Lift the hips. And right away, firing up that core. Find length through the crown of the head and through the heels. Tuck your ribs to your tailbone. Take a big breath. And stay. Good. 3 more. Hug your elbows towards your toes and your toes towards your elbows, and you'll feel that fire up even more. 1 more breath. Exhale, lower. Sphinx pose. Untuck the toes. 1 more time. Tuck the toes. Forearm plank. Lift it up. And now we're going to drop the hips right to left. So right hip dropping, doesn't have to touch necessarily, but just finding this side-to-side rocking motion to fire up the side obliques a little bit here. Making sure you're breathing strong through the forearms. Palms are planted flat. Make sure all knuckles are kind of pressing down. Good, you've got 4. For 3. So good, 2. And 1. Come through center, drop down, Sphinx pose. And release the chest all the way to the floor. Hands slide back towards the ribs, elbows up. Press into the ground, tabletop position. Lift to all 4s, bring your knees under your hips and your shoulders over your wrists. Go ahead and drop the belly, lift the gaze, cow. Exhale, round and tuck, chin to chest, cat. Couple more like that. Excuse me. And then neutralize the spine. Once again, hug the forearms in so the eyelids of the elbows are facing forward, that crease in your elbows. Sit bones will go back as you drop both forearms down at the same time. And then lift. 2 more. Drop. Right? Concentrate on squeezing the forearms in, lowering down, nice and controlled at the same time. Last time, lift up. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal out your legs here, side to side, just feeling the back body. Noticing the stuck energies. Whew. I've been hiking a lot out here, so my hamstrings and my glutes are so tight. Woo! This will be a hard practice for me today. See if you can find some stillness. Melt both of your heels down towards the floor. Belly button hugging into spine. Sit bones shining up and back. Come high to your toes. Tippy toe all the way to the top of the mat for a nice ragdoll hang to get into our hamstrings. So opposite hand meets opposite elbow. Let the crown of the head descend towards the floor. Slight bend in the knees. So giving ourselves a few moments here to find a little bit of length in the back of the legs. Dolphin pose is big in the hamstrings. So send some intention to that area of your body. or to that area of your mind that's already saying, I don't do dolphin pose. Give it space. Maybe it's, I don't know, I haven't done dolphin pose yet. So letting the obstacle that's in your body or your mind or your heart today on the mat become the path for your practice. One more big breath. Release your left hand down to the mat. Twist your right arm up. The right leg will straighten. Deep bend in the left knee. Big IT band stretch. And then find this half bind behind your back. Right hand reaching for the left hip crease. Big breath in. And big breath out. Right arm reaching back up on the inhale. And switching out on the exhale. Right hand down, left arm up. Bend the right knee this time, straighten the left. Really press down through the left heel into the floor. And you'll feel that light up a little bit more. Half bind behind your back. Big breath in. Big breath out. Left arm comes up on the inhale. Exhale, left hand meets the right. Bend your knees, slowly roll vertebrae by vertebrae. All the way up to stand. Arms come up, gaze lifts up, big inhale breath. Cactus the elbows, open the chest up, exhale. Arms rise on the breath in. Forward fold, Uttanasana, breath out. Halfway to lift, breathe in. Plank pose, plant your hands, step back, top of your push-up. Take a full body breath in, shift forward. Exhale, slowly lower all the way to the belly. Baby Cobra on the breath in, lift the chest, neck long, shoulders pinching behind the back. Exhale, forehead to the floor. Tuck your toes, press up plank pose. You can keep your knees down if you need to. Exhale to downward facing dog. Good. Come high to your toes, look forward. Step, hop, float to the top of your mat. Halfway to lift. Exhale to fold. Extended mountain pose, root to rise. Interlace the hands behind the back. Squeeze the shoulders, lift the chest and chin. Exhale, forward fold, chest to thighs. On your next inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa. Right, taking that chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra, to downward facing dog. One more, high to the toes, look forward. Step, hop, travel your way to meet your hands. Halfway to lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way up, extended mountain pose. Interlace the hands behind the back. This time the opposite bind, so the unnatural grasp. Squeeze the shoulders, lift the chin and chest. And forward fold on the exhale, chest to thighs. Bow the crown of the head. Pause for a breath. Next inhale, halfway to lift. Your vinyasa on the exhale. Finding that string of postures, or skipping, we can meet in downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through the nose, fill up. Clearing the obstacles, or inviting them. Lift your right leg up behind you. Pause. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Right, as if they're magnetizing. So dial your right toes down to the floor. Melt your left heel down and press your chest back to that left thigh. Hamstring. Take another breath. Round right knee in. Step through the hands. Runner's lunge. Chest and chin pull forward. Big breath in. Big breath out. Squeeze your left glute. One more inhale. Extended pyramid. Exhale. Pull your right hip back. Left hip forward slightly. Pausing here just for a few breaths on this first round. So good. Runner's lunge. Inhale. Assisted warrior 3. Walk your hands forward, shoulders over the wrists. Left toes dialed down. So again, inner thighs squeezing. Pressure right heel down into the floor. Chair pose. Left foot meets the right. Arms come up. Big inhale breath. Forward fold. Exhale breath. Halfway to lift. Take a big breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Breath out. Upward facing, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Lift your left leg. Pause. We're so used to bending and opening our hip, but pause here. Keep it square, left toes tiled down, inner thighs rotating to meet each other. Drop your right heel down and press your chest towards your right thigh. Round the left knee in, step through, runner's lunge, chest and chin pull through. Whew. Squeeze your right glute. One more round of breath. Extended pyramid, exhale. Bow your chest to your left thigh. Let the crown of the head drop. Take a moment. Runner's lunge into your assisted warrior 3, hands walking forward, wrists and shoulders aligned, squeeze inner thighs, dial the right toes down. One more breath. Chair pose, right foot meets the left, arms sweep up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway to lift, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward facing, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take a full body breath in. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Good. Again, lift the right leg high. Keep it square. Take a big breath in. Press the chest back. Round it in. Runner's lunge. High crescent lunge. Lift the arms up. Take a big body breath in, squeezing the left glute. Cactus the elbows, exhale, open the heart. Inhale, rise up. Extended pyramid, exhale, straighten right leg, bow nose to knee. Runner's lunge, inhale to assisted warrior 3. Crawling it forward, take a big breath in. Kundalini Squat, pull the left knee behind the right, breath out. Flat back, hands to the heart, find a balance. Squeeze your left heel into your sit bone. Take another breath. Big step back, peaceful warrior. Cartwheel the arms, windmill around. Side angle, right forearm to the right thigh. Left arm is going to reach up and over the ear. Finding the length through the ribs and the side body. Pause to breathe. One more. Peaceful warrior, big breath in. Rainbow warrior, straighten the right leg, dig through the left heel. Now plant your hands forward, pull the sit bones back, and flex the right toes up. Take another breath. Left hand to the inside of right foot, twisting low lunge, windmill it around, right arm lifts. Big breath in, big breath out. Roll to the outside edge of left foot, side plank, stack the right hip on top, reach the right arm over the ear, take a big breath in. Good. Right forearm comes all the way down, forearm side plank, rolling to the outside edge of right foot. Left arm reaches up. Big body breath in. Drop the right outer hip down. Breath out. Inhale to lift. Exhale to drop. One more time. Inhale to lift. Forearm plank. Both forearms come down. Forearms parallel, palms spread nice and wide. Whew. Take a big breath in. Dolphin pose. Press your hips up, tippy toe, your toes closer to your elbows. Press your hips up and back. Now, plug away from the floor, meaning press into your forearms. So your shoulders go back and down on the spine. Your chest presses to your thighs, gaze between your two big toes. Take another breath. Look between your hands. Drop your knees down. Lift both forearms at the same time, tabletop position. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Left leg lifts behind you, big inhale. Pause. Knit your thighs together. Melt your right heel. Draw left knee through. Runner's lunge. Big breath. High crescent lunge. Reach the arms up. Take a full inhale. Cactus at elbows. Chest opens. Exhale. Arms rise. Breathe in. Extended pyramid. Straighten the left leg. Nose to knee. Breathe out. One more. Bend into the left knee, walk it forward, assisted warrior 3. Right toes flex down, lengthen the neck. Kundalini Squat, right knee comes behind the left. Squeeze right heel into sit bone. Hands to heart, find that nice flat back. Take another breath. Big step back. Peaceful warrior, windmill the arms open. Extended side angle, left forearm to your left thigh. Right arm reaches up. And over the ear, for that extension. Really press through the outer edge of your back right foot, and you'll feel this outer hip begin to lengthen as well. So good, 2 more. Peaceful warrior, keep the bend in the left knee, reach back. Rainbow warrior, straighten the left leg, dig the heel in, sweep the arms back. Now walk your hands forward, fingertips into the ground. Pull back through the left or the right hand. You'll feel this lateral line begin to open up. Pull the left heel back. Whew. Right hand comes to the top. Twisted low lunge. Big breath in. And big breath out. Side plank. Roll to the right hand, right outer foot. Reach up and over. Circling left forearm down. Forearm side plank on the left side. Right arm reaches up. Big breath in. Left outer hip drops down. Breath out. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower down. Last time, lift up. Forearm plank through the center. Both forearms come down. Try and parallel the forearms. Take a big breath. Dolphin pose. Hips up and back just like down dog, tippy toe. Toes as close to the elbows as you can. Press your chest back to your thighs. Plug the shoulders back and down. All right, now look towards your hands. Squeeze the forearms in. Plank pose. Lift both forearms up at the same time. Come forward. Downward facing dog. Press back. So good. So we're going to try that a couple more times. So look between your hands in your downward facing dog. Knit your forearms together. Slowly lower both forearms down at the same time. Dolphin pose. Take a big breath in. Look forward. Plank pose. Downward facing dog. Look to your hands. Forearms knit in. Dolphin pose. Look to your hands. Plank pose. Both forearms lift at the same time. Downward facing dog. Woo. Such a nice job. Come high to your toes. Look forward. Step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Halfway to lift. Breathe in. Forward fold. Breathe out. Root to rise. Extended mountain pose. Taking a break on the shoulders. One more time. Interlacing behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the chin and the chest. Exhale. Release. Forward fold. Hands to shins, find that halfway lift. Your way back to downward facing dog. Maybe it looks like a crow pose, handstand, something like that. You should be feeling nice and warm at this time in your practice. So feel free to play. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Big body breath in. Big sigh out. Lift your right leg high to the sky. This time bending and opening up the hip. Roll to the outside edge of left foot. Wild thing. Kickstand the right foot behind you. Hips up, heart open. Right foot steps all the way through to the top of the mat. Take your time pulling it through. Use your core. High crescent lunge. Big breath in. Cactus the elbows. Breath out. Inhale, reach up. Extended pyramid, exhale. Halfway lift the chest. Twist the right arm up, so hug the right hip in. Keep the legs as straight as possible. One more. Sweep the right arm back and all the way forward. Assisted warrior 3. Crawl it forward. Big breath in. Kundalini Squat, breath out. Hands to heart center, flat back. Warrior 3, press it up, no hands. Or place them down if you need to. Nice, strong, flat back. Core is engaged. One more breath. One more Kundalini. Peaceful warrior, big step back. Windmill the arms around. Side angle. Getting a little deeper this time if your body allows it. Maybe right hand to the floor. Peaceful warrior on your next breath in. Rainbow warrior, dig it in, this time keeping the hands up. Revolved half moon. Crawl the left hand forward, left leg lifts. Flex the left toes down. Belly in to rotate your right shoulder back. Slow step back. Twisted low lunge right into that side plank. Roll to the outer edge of left foot. Maybe this time floating your right leg up. Big breath. Right forearm comes down, forearm side plank. Big breath in. One time, drop the right outer hip. Lift it up. Forearm plank, come through center. Big body breath in. Dolphin pose, breath out. All right, look to your hands. Remember, both forearms are going to lift at the same time. So, ground through the palms, lift high to your toes, bend your knees, hop up to the top, both forearms lift. Yeah, halfway to lift. Exhale to fold. Left knee rises into the chest. Stand up nice and tall, pressing down through that right leg. Airplane pose. Left leg shoots back, chest lifts, gaze lifts. Warrior 1, step the left foot back. Interlace hands. Big breath in, squeeze the shoulders, lift the hearts. Humble warrior, bow it down. Dropping that chin into chest. One more breath. Release your hands, peaceful warrior. Next, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Make your way back. Downward facing dog. So strong, yogis. Take a big breath in. Open the mouth. Left leg rises. This time, bending the knee, opening the hip. Wild thing, roll to the outer edge of right foot. Kickstand left foot behind, hips up. Stepping the left foot all the way to the top of the mat. Take your time. High crescent lunge. Inhale. Cactus the elbows, open the heart. Inhale, reach up. Extended pyramid, straighten the left leg, bow, exhale. Halfway to lift your chest, twist the left arm up. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Right? That left hip wants to go rogue, don't let it. Take another breath. Circle the left arm back and forward, assisted warrior 3. Active through the feet, crown of the head forward. Kundalini Squat, right knee behind the left. Flat back, hands to heart. Warrior 3, press up. Take your time, find length. Pause. Remember, hands can always come down if you're feeling a little unstable today. Right? My practice is give and take. Take one more Kundalini Squat. Some days I can't balance to save my life. Big step back, peaceful warrior. Inhale. Extended side angle, exhale. Maybe that left hand is coming down to the floor now. Good, peaceful warrior on the next inhale. Rainbow warrior, keeping the hands up this time. Revolved half moon, right hand comes forward, right leg lifts up. Active through the feet, just like that assisted warrior 3. We're just revolving now, we've got this twist. One more big breath. Step it back gently into your twisted low lunge, right into your side plank. Maybe the left leg floats up, right? This is not my side that usually looks as pretty, right? Embracing those obstacles, making it your path. Left forearm comes down, side plank on the forearm. Right arm reaches up. Lower the left hip down one time. Lift it up. Forearm plank, rounding it out, coming through center. Parallel forearms, flat palms. Big breath. Dolphin pose is the exhale. Hips up and back, tippy toe forward. All right, here we go. Look to the hands, high to the toes, hop both forearms lift. Halfway to lift. Exhale to forward fold. As you rise up, right knee comes into the chest. Active through the feet. Trying to square through the hips here. So just notice. Airplane pose, Dekasana, send the right leg back. Chest lifts. Big step back into warrior 1. Outside edge of back foot is grounded. Interlace hands behind the back. Funky angle this time, opposite pinky on top. Lift the chest and humble it down. Big shoulder stretch, we're on them a lot today. Releasing the grip, peaceful warrior all the way up and back. Taking it all the way down, vinyasa. Cartwheeling down your way, all the way back to downward facing dog. Take a big body breath in, fill up. Open the mouth, exhale it out. Ha. All right, looking to the hands. Shoop. Knitting forearms in. Eyelids of the elbows forward, lower down, dolphin pose. Big breath. This time, we're going to lift the right leg up behind us. So same thing, see how my right toe goes out? Squeeze the inner thighs in. Look to the hands. Big step forward. Forearms are going to lift at the same time. High crescent lunge. Big breath in. Extended pyramid, breath out. Twist the right arm up. Assisted warrior 3. Kundalini squat, this time into half moon. Right hand stays down, peel the left side body open, maybe taking Shavasana or something that feels really good for the shoulders and the hips. One more big breath. Releasing it. Twisted low lunge into side plank. Maybe grabbing the right big toe, whatever feels really good for you. And let's find a wild thing. Kickstand right foot behind. Right forearm down, forearm side plank. All right, big breath in. Forearm plank, come through center. You know what happens next. Dolphin pose, lift the hips up. All right, this time, playing around if you want to, or staying in dolphin pose can be very, very powerful. Right, we'll lift the right leg up. High onto the left toe, maybe bend the knee. Little hop up. Try a couple hops there. Drop the knees. Lift both forearms up, tabletop position. Downward facing dog. How are we feeling? Good? Spicy? I feel spicy. Okay, look to your hands. Knit the forearms in. Drop both forearms nice and controlled at the same time. Walk your right foot up slightly. Lift your left leg up behind you. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Whew. Dial those left toes down. Look to your hands. Both forearms lift at the same time. Step the left foot through, high crescent lunge. So strong. Big breath in. Open. Moving quicker this time. Inhale. Extended pyramid. Exhale. Halfway to lift the chest. Twist the left arm up. Squeeze the inner thighs. Assisted warrior 3. Circling it around. Big breath in. Right knee behind the left, Kundalini squat, breath out into half moon. Left hand stays down, right side body lifts. Finding the bind that works for you, maybe Shavasana. This is a funky side for me, so I always have to kind of bring my knee into chest first. So, obstacles becoming the path. Take another breath. Gently release any bind you might have. Stepping right foot back, twisted low lunge, maybe grabbing the left big toe for side plank. Left side body lifts on top of the right. And falling into wild thing, kickstand left foot behind you. Left forearm side plank, bring the forearm down. Right hip stacks on top. Big body breath in. Forearm plank, breath out. All right, last big move here. Dolphin pose. Walk the feet up. This time centering the right foot, lift the left leg up. Look to your hands. Bend into the knee. Little press up through the feet. Press away. Finding a center of gravity perhaps. Knitting the ribs and the hip bones together. And lowering down to the knees. Sweep the hands back by the heels. Forehead to the floor. Child's pose. Variation. Good work today. And the work's not over. So don't check out. Just as we bring the body up into strength, we have to learn and teach ourselves to stay and cultivate the practice of stillness, bringing the body back down. Come to sit on the heels, shoulders over the hips. Lift the chin away from the chest, take a pause. Just notice everything that's happened in the body, lots of movement inside of us. Become aware of it. Tabletop position. Come to all fours. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Hide the toes, roll forward, plank pose, top of your push-up. Slowly lower all the way to the belly. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Untuck the toes, walk your hands wide, fingertips to the floor, elbows up, lift the chest, seal pose. Drop the right shoulder in, gaze over the left. Inhale back through center. And drop the left shoulder in and gaze over the right. Inhaling back through center. Exhaling, chest all the way to the floor. Bring your arms out to a goal post, forearms flat. Right cheek to the mat. Lift the left leg, bend the knee, and open the hip, rolling to the outside of right hip. And slowly coming back through center. Switch sides, left cheek to the mat. Lift the right leg, roll to the outside of left hip. And kickstand the right foot behind. Gently coming back through center. Forehead to the floor. One more time, spider fingers to the ground, elbows up. Lift the chest, seal pose. And exhale, lower. Plant the hands, press back for a quick child's pose. And slowly lifting the chest, swing the legs out from underneath you. Set up for a double leg forward fold or Uttanasana. Spread the sit bones nice and wide so you can feel yourself rooted in the ground. Reach the arms up, big breath in. And forward fold, heart to toes, toes to the heart. Take 2 more breaths here. Allowing yourself to soften with every exhale. Slowly rolling yourself all the way up. Scoot your butt forward, bend the knees. Reach your arms forward. Round out the spine. And slowly lower vertebrae by vertebrae all the way onto your back for that final bit of core work. Left leg long, hug your right knee into your chest. Give it a nice squeeze. And drop it over to the left for a supine twist, gaze to the right. Coming back through center, extend the right leg straight, hug the left knee in. And left knee falls to the right, gaze to the left. coming through center. Hug both of your knees into your chest. And bring your nose up to meet your knees. Take that big, final loving breath in. Hold it at the top. 4, 2. Exhale. Shavasana. Legs open, arms open. In that practice of stillness and of noticing. Please stay in Shavasana as long as your mind and body need or will allow you to. We'll slowly bring you out with a wiggle of the fingers and the toes. And on an inhale breath, a big stretch of the arms over the head. Roll through your right side of your body, taking this moment of pause. And pressing up to a comfortable seat, facing the front of your mat, tall through the spine. Eyes can be closed or gently open. When I heard those words this morning, allow the obstacle to become the path, I thought, yes, that is the practice I am going to bring forward into my day today. The things that feel like they get in my way, or the things or people that I feel misunderstand me, the things that I feel is the universe conspiring against me, shifting my perspective, letting these obstacles become my way to get through, my way to learn, to strengthen any sort of practice that is presented. Remembering that perhaps it's happening for me to become my teacher. So, just for today, can something that feels like an obstacle become your path? Bring your hands together at your heart center, slight bow of the head in gratitude for this practice that we get to do, this community that we're building for the person we are and for the person that we are becoming. So much gratitude. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Thumbs to your third eye, where the light and the love in me sees and honors the light and love in each of you. Together we bow. Namaste. Namaste, yogis. Thank you for joining me from here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Until next time.